Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how order change management process can be implemented in SAP. In general, OCM process is very much useful for the industries like engineer to order or build to manufacture kind of scenarios, where your bill of material or other master data undergone frequent changes done by the design team. So in order to adopt these recent changes to the to initiate the additional procurements and adopt the same thing to the manufacturing process, this OCM process is very much helpful for us. Let's see how it can be done in SAP. So before explaining about the OCM mapping in SAP, let me explain about the ECM, Engineering Change Management process. Generally, ECM process helps business to change their master data like bill of material routings with reference to change number. When business want to change the bill of material during the design phase, that means the BOM is not released for manufacturing or planning. So that time SAP suggests to change the bill of material without history, so that the previous entry will not be there. Every time whenever the changes happen, it will be override the previous entry. So now ECM with history will be helpful for this case where your bill of material is released for planning and manufacturing. So after that, whenever some changes happen, we can go with history, so that business can identify the what is the BOM structure before and after changes. There are some alternate approaches available for OCM. So whenever the changes happen in the bill of material, you can adopt these changes by either of these three ways. One is manual changes to the production order. That means we can go to the production order and we can perform the changes as per bill of materials. Second one, read PP master data, which will read the recent bill of material and routings. Third one, using assembly order. Assembly to order scenario where it's tightly integrated with sales order, and whatever the sales order bomb changes happen, it will be immediately updated in the assembly to order scenarios. But all these three have its own merits and demerits. So let's say for read master data, the read master data can be only performed if no consumption happen or confirmation happen against the production order, then only we can use the read master data. So let's say with simple example, where my manufacturing bill of material contains 3 items and there are several production orders created by using this manufacturing bill of material. So later point of time, design team added the new items according to the customer requirement or design changes. Okay. Let's say they added the item number 4. So this bill of material is changed with reference to change number. So in order to adopt these changes to the existing production order and also to initiate the procurement process for this newly added item 4, we need to implement the OCM process. So let me get into the system how this OCM process can be implemented. First, let me look into the required IMB settings for the OCM process. First, we need to define the change profile where we will be defining the status which are allowed for OCM. So once change profile is defined, then we need to assign this change profile to the overall profile. So these are the IMB settings we need to do. So once overall profile is defined, we can assign this overall profile to the material master work selling view for the material for which you want to implement the OCM. So let's see how it can be done. So you can see the menu bar in the IMG under the shop floor order change management for production orders. First, we need to define the change profile. So change profile, the market setting is in operation tab. We need to define even though operation is released, we can still adopt the changes to the order, and also operation manually order also we can still adopt it. So these are the required IMB settings in order to implement the OCM. So once it's done, then we need to define the overall profile. So in overall profile, we have 3 cases. So whenever the change in sales order happens, okay, how the system want to behave. So for that also we can define the one more change profile, we can adopt it. So this one is change master. Whenever the changes happen in the bill of material routings, okay, what should be done, that we are defined now. And also the assembly to order process, okay, what kind of changes need to be implemented. That also we can define the separate profile if it is required. So this is another required IMB settings. We need to define the release key for the change number. So here I defined the release key 99, so which is supporting release for OCM. So it is a must required the checkbox. We need to activate again this release key. So this release key only we are going to use it for our OCM process. So this is third required IMB settings, where we need to define the engineering change management control data, object management records. We need to activate this both checkbox in order to implement this OCM process. So once that overall profile is defined in the IMG, so that we need to assign to the material master in the work cell view. Consider this simple example where my output material is 212, which require 2 input material of 10 kg each. Our idea is we are going to create the production order for these materials. So once production order is created, during the working process, let's say design team want to perform some changes on this bill of material. So once changes done, then how these changes can be adapted to the existing production order using OCM process. So now I have created the production order of my header material. So for which the BOM is copied from the current bill of material structures. So let's release the order, then save. Let's say I am performing the partial confirmation for the order what we have created. So now the confirmation is being made partially for the recent order what we have created. You can see the status changes. So you can see that order status PCN. So now at this point of time, since the order is in work process, design team want to perform some changes of the bill of material. So in order to perform the changes in the existing bill of material, design team need to create the change number with release key. So let me activate the changes starting from today. And status will be active. Then this change number need to be assigned with object for which you want to perform changes. So here I want to perform the changes for the bill of material. I'm activating the bill of materials. Then we also need to assign the object, which is nothing but your header materials. So once its material is assigned with change number, you can save the change number. Now change number is created. So now design team is going to be change the bill of material with reference to this change number. So in bill of material change mode, I am giving the change number as a reference. And I changing my changes from second item from 10 to 20. Then save. So you can see the change number appearing on this screen against which these changes were happened. Once changes is completed, then design team need to assign the release key. So once release key is assigned, no more changes is allowed for this change number, and also this release cannot be revert back. Now change number changed with release key. The next step is the design team need to be identify the procurement elements, that means production orders, which are affected by means of these changes. So for that we need to run the transaction COCM with change number. Once this transaction is executed, system will try to identify all the procurement elements, that means open production orders, which are affected because of these changes. So now you can see here, this change number is linked with this production order. So in order to adopt these changes, click on the procurement elements. So where your production order will appear here. Then click on so select the order and click on the execute process tab. Here choose all the three options. So now process steps were executed. So after that, if you click on the changes, you can see that the item 20 with 10 number is getting deleted and a new item is added. Same thing you can see it in the production order also. Then you can select the order, complete the change process. So click on yes in order to complete the changes. So here in order you can see that item 10 is still there actually with 100 numbers. Item 20, which is changed from 100 to 200, then 100 number is got deleted actually. You can see the deletion indicator here. And new item is added with same item code 20 with 200 numbers. So this way we can implement the OCM process for the work in process order, where BOM changes is done by the design team during the order process. I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you have any further concern or queries, please comment on this video. Seeing you on next video. Bye.